Satin blade, black handle, kind of too plain for me. Want to turn it into something like this, different and unique. So stay tuned, folks. Hey everyone, Claymore here. I got some spare time, and this is my Benchmade Griptilian with a 10-toe blade. It's kinda too plain for me, with the satin blade and black handle scales. Too vanilla. And to make it unique, I'm gonna acid etch it. So we begin by disassembling the knife. I have not disassembled a Griptilian ever, but this shouldn't be very difficult. I've done it on 940s, and they're just similar in construction. I shouldn't have a hard time disassembling and assembling this one. So there goes the display scale. For this, you will just need the size 10 and size 6 Torx bit. 10 for the pivot screw and 6 for the scales and the pocket clip. Right? It was a little stiff in removing the other side of the pivot screw because it was a little tight. So this is our blade. This is the one that we are gonna work into. It's important to clean the surface of the blade thoroughly because any oils that will be left on it will result to imperfections. So I just used a paper towel dabbed with isopropyl alcohol. You can also use acetone and other solvents. I'm gonna paint the area where I don't want to be exposed in the acid with nail polish. I want to create some kind of a blood spatter on the blade. So I just used a Q-tip. I cut one end to create dots, circular figures, and I just poked it on the surface to create some kind of a blood drop. I thickened the concentration of the dots near the edge and just thinned it towards the back of the blade. Actually, I didn't have any plan for this. I just went ahead. So that's how it would look on the display side. There. I also painted the washer area where the washer is. Alright. Looks like I slashed somebody. Now we go to the acid bath. I'm using ferric chloride. That smaller portion of the container used to have pure ferric chloride and water on the other side, but somehow they got mixed. So it's kind of difficult to have an estimate of dip time. Okay, 5 minutes into the acid, and this is the result. Some kind of a gray coloration. It looks good actually, but I'm gonna have to paint it with another pattern for additional texture and depth, and dip it again in acid. I'm gonna put some texture in it. A little sanding will do. And now I'm using my buffing wheel from a Dremel to give it a little texture. I wanted to do stone wash, but I don't have my stuff for making stone wash available right now, so I will have to do with whatever equipment is available here. Here's another pattern that I created with nail polish, getting ready for the next acid dip. It's really difficult to wait for the nail polish to dry. I don't have my hot air blower with me here, so I just dipped it without drying it completely. So here's the blade now. I did like 3 dips. I want to do more, but it's getting late, and it takes time to dry the nail polish. So moment of truth. I'm using the acetone to erase the nail polish that I painted. Well, this is the part that I don't enjoy doing, scrubbing off the nail polish. And using this red nail polish kind of leaves a pinkish hue on the blade, on the acid washed surface. But that's the only one that is available. So here is the final product. I dipped it once more into the acid just to get rid of the shine on the satin. I did a little scrubbing of a very fine sandpaper and another pass through the Dremel buffing wheel. Assembly time, there shouldn't be any problem in this. Once you get a hang of disassembling and assembling these Benchmade folders, they're not very hard. Make sure that it's lubed up pretty good. Tricky to align this one. Pivot in the washer, but nothing too hard. I wish this blade came in an all black color, black blade and black handle scales, but what I saw in the store is that the all black is half serrated, and I don't like serrated knives, so I figured this is the only one available for me. I bought it, and I just have to do something about it to make it more unique. So now it's unique indeed. I assembled it now, and the action was excellent because I polished the washers. Now it's freaking dull, so I have to resharpen it, do some repairs because a portion of the edge was exposed to the acid. I missed a portion of the edge when I coated it with nail polish, so it was eaten. So I have to regrind it to repair the damage. I'm using my Lansky system, and it's not very difficult. This is S30V blade steel, and it's not that hard to repair and sharpen. I'm now on the final stage of honing it with the fine ceramic and the sapphire 2000 grit. It's time to strop it. I don't really need to make it hair splitting sharp. If it shaves, if it cuts paper smoothly, then it's enough for my cutting needs. But I have managed to give it a mirror finish already, so this should cut good. So there you go, let's try it. Let's get some paper here. Oh yeah, just glides. I love S30V. Easy to sharpen and cuts really good. So there's my final output. To me it looked great despite the mediocre preparation, but still it's best to do lengthy and complete preparation for modification. It will still produce better results, but that if you have enough time and patience for such preparations, which I don't have. It's getting late and I'm gonna go to bed. Till next time, brothers.